Whoa. Words mean something. Okay. Oh my God, I just got off of an hour-long crazy-ass conversation. I don't go looking for these conversations. They just gravitate to me. It's just craziness. How some of y'all think. I wouldn't even call it thinking. It's just, I don't even know what to call it. But words mean certain things. We can't pick and choose what we want words to mean. They already are defined. There's already a rule book. It's called a dictionary. Words are already predefined. Some words go back 1,000 years. Some meanings and definitions change and expand with time and with society, but some words are what they are. Okay? Run always means run. It don't never mean stand still. I don't care how hard you concentrate. I'm gonna make this word mean what I want it to mean. No, it don't work that way. So I'm talking to a friend. Had talked to her in a while. And a couple of years I hadn't talked to her. Maybe 3 or 4 years. And so I'm giving some advice because they're asking me for advice, man advice. I get that a lot. It's not uncommon. Sometimes women want a man perspective and sometimes men want a woman's perspective. Unfortunately, all y'all women think differently. So it's hard for us to get perspectives because if we talk to 10 women, we probably going to get 9 different perspectives. And that's in itself mind-boggling. You could ask 10 women a yes or no question and you'll still get 9 different answers. It's amazing to me how that works. So I'm trying to explain to her the male perspective. Men are simple. We don't see the world through a filter or a glass of feelings. That's not how we see the world. Unfortunately, women do. And too often, women, they can't hear what you're telling them about other men or about just men in general because they're trying to apply their own feelings to what you're saying about men. And this is why some of y'all have so many problems with men. Because you're trying to apply your opinion, which is based on emotions and feelings, to non-emotional creatures. This is why it's hard when you're talking to women. It's always, well, I feel this and I feel that, and I know the other person must have been, this is what they felt like, even when they're talking about people they don't know. They're telling you what the other person was feeling because that's what they themselves feel. And it's insanity. It's craziness. So I'm asking a question. I'm just trying to back the conversation up, going back to words mean something. You can't pick and choose what your own definitions. So I'm asking this girl, what does Webster say feelings mean? Because she kept using feelings. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Because obviously what feelings actually means and what you think feelings are completely different. So what do you think they mean? Oh, it's irrelevant. Wait a minute. You're telling me about feelings, and then I'm asking you what they mean. Now you're telling me it's irrelevant. So how the hell do I know what you're talking about? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any kind of sense. Oh, I wish I could have been saved from this conversation. It was just so. And then a lot of times y'all got a habit when somebody's telling you something, y'all are just, you won't let the whole point come out. You won't answer any questions. You just jumping in constantly. And then you don't understand. You don't. No, I do understand. I understand because I heard you. I repeated it back to you. And I confirmed this is what you just said, right? But see, a lot of times y'all think because somebody don't agree with you, they don't understand you. No, I understand you. Understanding and agreement are two different things. I understand you. I heard you. I repeated you. You said, yes, that is what I said. So we're at the point. I understand what you're saying. Now, let me give you my perspective. And then they love using that. Oh, that's what you think feelings mean. No, it's not what I think. It's what Webster's thinks. I'm going by what the word is. We got rules. So I try to give an example of, listen, just when you go into court, if you got a speeding ticket, you can't go up to the judge and say, well, I felt that 45 really meant 55. The judge will cite your ass so fast or throw your dumb ass in jail in contempt because you're being stupid. You have to operate on a certain language. There are rules, there are parameters that we have to function in. You can't just make a word mean something else. It doesn't work that way. Feelings are vague and irrational beliefs. Now, I'm not saying feelings don't have a purpose and a place. I'm not saying that. Okay? And in that sense that I'm thinking now, where I'm kind of talking about instinct. You know, certain things, you do something long enough, you develop a certain instinct. Sometimes you could be wrong, but some people do have very good instincts at things, which allows them to predict certain patterns or behaviors. That's a feeling. A gut, a hunch. It's not based on anything. It's a feeling. It don't even have to be based on a pattern. It's just like, something don't feel right here. You don't even know why you feel that way. It just don't feel right. And you may be absolutely right. Something may be wrong. You get that eerie feeling something's about to happen. Those kind of things. But you can't apply that. You can't run your life and go through the world with that. Again, this is why the black community, which has been run by women for 60-something years now, because they see through feelings, and this shit don't work. It hasn't been working. We've made no progress. We've gone backwards. But some of y'all want to rewrite, well, I feel we've made progress. No. According to the guidelines and the guardrails that society has set, we haven't made any progress. We've gone backwards. Oh, God. It's crazy. It is crazy. But wouldn't even answer a simple question. What does Webster say feelings are? Google that shit. If you don't believe me, just Google it. Oh, it's irrelevant. How is it irrelevant when you keep using the goddamn word? You can't use the word the feelings every other damn sentence. And now it's irrelevant when I'm asking what it means. Oh, that's your perspective. No, it's not my perspective. It's what the word means. The English language has rules. There are rules out here, people. You can't pick and choose what you want it to be. And I couldn't get to this point because I kept getting cut off. What is the opposite of feelings? Well, there's a source for that. Go back to Webster's. Look up the antonym of feelings. Facts and truth. Ain't that something? So feelings are the opposite of facts. They're the opposite of truth. Because they're irrational and they're vague. So always in y'all feelings. Can't have a conversation about any topic with a woman or with most women and feelings doesn't come up. That word will come up over and over and over again. So we were talking about a dude that she's seeing. And she's been seeing the dude about 9 months. She's expressing to me, well, I don't know if we friends or we moving, we going forward. So I'm probing deeper into that conversation. That's where the feelings come up. So then she just happens to throw out that, oh, my ex-husband, who I've been divorced from for about 14, 15 years, I know he still loves me. I feel like he still loves me. So do you hear what you just said? Oh, but you can't compare those two. I'm not comparing those two. I'm comparing you. Listen to what you are saying. The same logic that you're applying to one man, you're not being consistent when it comes to the new man. So then I said, well, when did you start loving your husband? You know, it was about 5 years into it. So you were married to him for 5 years and you didn't even love him? Okay, I can give you that. I'll go with that. All right. So why, if that's your math, it took 5 years for you to love your husband. Why are you expecting this man who you've only dated 3 times in 9 months to be further along in the process? Why? What your logic is not making sense. Which is what my point was. My point is you can't compare those two things because the heart doesn't know time. So you might fall in love with this dude tomorrow. Just because you fell in love with your husband in 5 years doesn't mean it's going to take 5 years for everybody you fall in love with. That's the point. So she's arguing against the very thing she's saying. She's proving my point. And arguing against it because she's stuck on the word feelings and doesn't know what it means. It's insanity. The heart doesn't measure itself in time, only growth. That's it. That's the gist of it. So you can't apply logic. You don't even know yourself well enough to do that. You don't know how you're going to feel about somebody you never met. You might meet somebody and I believe in love at first sight. It can happen and boom. So your logic is out the door. You can't apply that. Which was my point. So your feelings don't matter. Because they're irrational. There's no logic to them. That's my point. But she's trying to not apply logic and apply logic when it's convenient and at the same time. Oh my God. You get headaches talking to these women sometimes. And they just won't stop talking long enough. But yet they claiming they hear everything you say. How can you hear everything I'm saying if you talking while I say it? So I had moved on to another topic on purpose. And she was still arguing the previous topic. She was asking me to move on, so I moved on. And she just, but you keep going to feelings. I'm not even talking about feelings no more. Well, don't say nothing about relationships. I didn't say nothing about a relationship.